Hello everybody and welcome back to Better Minecraft. Now I did in fact find a fairy light mod. It has a few different types. I actually looked it up in here. I remove this. It's actually called the Nightlights mod. So I do in fact have different hanging lights. Apparently there's also just blatantly fairy lights in here somewhere. Yeah, there is fairy lights in here. This is also from Nightlights. I don't know what's going on here. There's apparently multiple different types of fairy lights. I don't know what that is, but, you know, I think it's called hanging lights, actually. Hold on. Yeah, hanging lights. There you go. These are fairy lights. These are hanging lights. These, I think, actually go up on walls. So if I want to end up using a few of those, I can. Hanging bones? That's disturbing. Okay, but not the thing we're doing right now. I also have a bit ancient oak. Okay. Luca Grove. This was actually going to be the floor type for the original storefront. So I'm going to end up bringing this back. I'm going to have like a little bit of a buffer zone here, but the inside of this is going to be this Luca Grove wood. Now, why did I choose this wood specifically? Well, if I take out a bit of this, hold on, fill it in. Whenever you put a bunch of Luca Grove together, it will auto put on these little patches here. And putting a bunch of it together means you get some bigger patches of all of this. Not to mention, it blends with spruce actually pretty well. It isn't horribly done. So I am going to use spruce to help fill in a bit of that. But yeah, this episode we're focusing on the restaurant and this because I have a vision and I want to do it and nothing is going to stop me. Okay, small note of something I have discovered. I can actually make road signs inside my town. Oh, good heavens, I want to need more of those. Oh, this is going to be fun. Okay, for context, I have the name on here, Magnolia Market. It's actually in reference to this market / this one. It's essentially the dockside market, because this is going to be known as the Magnolia Harbor. And there is something called Hex Home Goods on this one. And that's just because the name of the city is Hexenberg. So essentially it's just their little, essentially their own trading area amongst themselves. Because that's what these market stalls are. Then, of course, I have the tavern marked out going down that road. And then, of course, the major greenhouse right there is also marked on here. So all the major areas, I could definitely use a sign maybe here saying what this is. But I currently don't have a chef applied to this. My whole thing with the, like, restaurants and stuff. Like, there's one here. I named it, Albin Delights. Or Albin's Delights. That's because that is this villager's name is Lorraine Albin. So I just feel like it makes more sense that it actually has a name referencing them. Also, I need to make sure I get that spelling right. So Albin. Albin. I need to make sure I get that right. Okay, so there's no I. Oh, wrong thing. There we go. So I was trying to figure that out because I'm getting to this upper part. And I want something hanging from... Oh. I want something hanging from further up above it. Speaking of which, this is what it looks like currently. I couldn't find the really cool stringing lights where I can just string them from one building to another. If anybody knows what that mod is called, let me know. I will look into getting it and then I will replace these. But this is what I've got so far. They're just hanging from these little rafter pieces. strung up in between the buildings. This is kind of the entrance area for it. I am going to put the actual name of the restaurant up there and then do some cool designs along this. But mainly that's just holding moss there. I want to do some smaller flowers up here. Could probably go ahead and do that. Just some smaller things like these. I'll be honest. Just flowers from around the area. Land inside the building. No, I wanted to land inside the building. There we go. Just add another touch of color up there. Essentially, I want this spot in between the buildings to feel very vibrant. And of course, there is going to be a market stall out here. There's going to be this area so that I'm going to have like a few actual tables out front as well. Because they're going to have multiple kiosks, essentially. I do need to reposition this one. Because this actually needs to sit more like this. Same with this one. This one's going to be a little bit more complicated to fix. There we go. This one is more like the other ones I have in town. Actually, the one I was kind of showing off earlier that I was talking about, I need an actual name for it. My character's face has got to be so busted up with the amount of things she runs into. But yeah, these little kiosks that I have, that's what that one's supposed to look like. It's supposed to be very similar. I may end up redesigning it to actually match these. Now that I think about it, that would actually look 10 times better. There we go. Now, this building isn't complete. If I walk to the side, you will see that. That's because this building is supposed to be fused with this one. So these walls and everything are going to change as I get everything in place. But I do have to put this entire building in before I can actually finish this one off. But that's going to be all for this episode. Now, at the end of this episode, I am going to put in a little bit of, probably like a little gallery of stuff I'm going to do off camera. Because I'm having to pre-record this and I'm going to have to get this episode like actually voice recorded a little bit in advance before I can actually do everything. Because a majority of this recording right now, I think is around 2 hours long of just me putting in the building. I am going to spend some time in between when I recorded this episode and when this episode goes live, actually decorating the place. So, even though I am doing an outro, if you stick around for a little bit longer, you may see some more of the stuff done. I'm going to try to get some of these put in. I'm going to try to decorate this entire building and even put this building up. So, stick around. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye!